On a different topic, very briefly, Shane. Can you give me your opinion about the relicensing of Margarito? Since what he tried to do was cheat against you, what is your feeling about whether or not he should be licensed? Should he go to California? Should he get licensed somewhere else, fight in Mexico? What's your whole take on the situation?
I think he should go back and get licensed in California and Vegas. I think that they need to watch this. They need to start watching the trainers of these fighters a lot more closely. And they need to get the blame of that, the brunt of it, because Margarito's Margarito. He gets, the trainer said nobody talks about Capetillo.
Well, they do.
They do a little bit, but not really.
Do you think that he didn't know?
It's Margarito. He might have known.
I mean, Margarito.
Margarito might have known this, and I would think that if you have blood on the knuckle pads, that you know that you're using this.
I mean, don't you know what they put on your hands?
I do, but I don't think that he went to Capetillo and said, man, I'm just not hitting hard enough. Something's wrong. I need to have some plaster apparel on my knuckle pads.
Right. No, but just by allowing...
I need to have something on my knuckles so I can hit hard so I can knock these guys out, because I'm not knocking nobody out. I don't think he's going to do that.
But he's also knowing that there's something that's not quite right on the pad, right?
Huh?
Isn't he kind of like knowing that there's not something quite right in there?
After he's using it and then, he's getting the... See, I told you, this is great stuff. I mean, it's only knuckle pads. It's not, it's not on the outside. It's convincing this guy, and he's doing it. The first thing my father said, he didn't say anything about Margarito. He said, man, that Capetillo, he's been doing this forever. Why would he do something like that? He said nothing about my father. He said nothing about Margarito.
Because he's thinking about it from the trainer's point of view.
No, not the trainer's point of view, from my father's point of view. Not from a trainer, from anybody else, from 11, like this is my son. Why would Capetillo put this on this man to fight my son?
Same thing that Cotto's dad said.
Yes, same thing. It has nothing to do with Margarito. Margarito's just a fighter in there fighting. Why is this man putting this stuff on this boy's hands to hurt my son?
So you're holding him more responsible, even though Margarito takes blame also.
Oh, definitely. Margarito takes, he gets the suspension because I think he knew about it and he just kind of went along with the program. But the real villain in this equation is Capetillo. He's the real villain in this.
So you don't even think he should ever get the license back then, or do you?
Man, that should be up to the courts. They can judge that, but let's point the finger to the real person. Don't point on Margarito like that. I mean, he deserves a penalty, but the real villain in this equation,
there's a rematch clause for this fight. Why do you think that's here? Why would you allow it to be here? And then that's one question. If you could map out the end of your career, the number of fights, and who you would fight before you ride off in the sunset. Two-part question, how would that go? First about the rematch clause.
Okay, the rematch clause. The rematch clause, I think, is there because there is some concern. There's some concern of him losing this fight. That's what makes this fight so great.
How early was that introduced in the negotiations?
At the beginning of the negotiations. We need a rematch clause. Okay. You want a rematch clause? Okay, no problem. We don't even have to put the pen on the paper. My word is as good as that. When I fought Marcus, I want a rematch. Oh, you want a rematch? Let's go.
But doesn't that, if you win the fight, like I know you expect to win the fight, and you got to fight him again, it sort of puts the damper on like a Pacquiao fight, or if he beats Cotty, that sort of thing.
Well, the damper was already put on me before. When I went to fight Pacquiao or Mayweather. The damper was put on me like, I was there waiting for a whole year to fight either one of these guys, and they didn't even have really a fight. They can't even make things work. I was there waiting. Did they care about if I was going to wait an hour or anything?
That's been 2 days. You guys had it out today. You had it out yesterday. You got to see him again tomorrow in LA. Are you getting sick of him already?
No, I really ain't. I like seeing him. He's throwing jabs and punches. He's working out right now. He needs to work out a little bit. He needs to work. He needs the extra workout and get ready to be on his toes and all that stuff because, like everybody know, I'm coming. I don't play. I mean, I give 100% every time.
Back to my original question, though. This is a 2-for-1.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. You get to beat him. You get to beat him twice.
I get to beat him twice. You know,
make as much money.
And hopefully, like I told him, I said, make sure you do that rematch. Because when I fought Cotto, and I thought I edged him out, but it was a close fight. He ran. And I never seen Cotto no more. Nobody ever spit out my name.
You fought 2 guys twice.
I fought 2 guys twice.
3 guys.
3 guys twice.
Oscar, Winky, Vernon.
I fought Oscar, Winky, Vernon,
Vargas.
And Vargas. And we're going to ask 4. So like I said, you don't need a contract from me. Oh, you want to fight again? Oh, that wasn't good enough for you? Let's try this again.
So what would it take for you at this point in your career? You're going to be 39 in September. If you fight another fight in the fall against Floyd, likely you'd already be 39. What would it take for you to ride into the sunset?
I'm not going to bring Floyd over.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I'm on the Bernard Hopkins plan, you know.
What'd you call it, the Bernard?
I'm on the Bernard Hopkins plan, man. We on the same, we ran the same line, man. He loves the sport. I love the sport. It's going to be hard to get away from the sport.
Yeah, like 7 more years.
You feel that good?
Oh, man, I feel great, man. I feel great. I can't, I just feel like I can go on forever. I know that I'm going to have to give it up and probably start training my son or the other fighters and just becoming getting more of the promotional part of the boxing. I want to definitely be involved with boxing for the rest of my life. This is my life. I've been boxing now for 30 years, and this is what I know. And I love to stay in and help the sport and help the young guys come up and just watch it. And there's no other sport like boxing. This is my love.
And how old is your son?
My son now is 19 years old. His name is Shane Mosley Jr. He's a junior. He's boxing too.
He's good?
He's pretty good. He's going to fight. He's 6'1". He's going to fight in the Golden Gloves probably this March 7th.
Now the Sugar Shane that fought Margarito, I don't think anybody could beat you that much.
Well, it's going to be better. The Sugar Shane is going to show for Floyd is going to be better because I never took a break. I always imagined after I beat Margarito that there's going to be another big fight. And I had to be ready. And, as you get older, you can't sit around and wait for a fight to come. So the fight's coming, then you start training. You have to keep yourself in shape all the time. And I think that was the problem with a lot of fighters. When they're younger, you train, you fight from month to month to month to month, so you keep yourself in shape. When you win the title and you get a little bit of money, then you start taking vacations or this and that, and you lose your edge. So, like I said, one of the Bernard Hopkins, I keep myself working, keep myself doing what I do.
Now, when you fought Miguel Cotto prior to him taking that beating by Margarito. So you fought a very good Miguel Cotto. Now, what do you think you would have to do against Floyd Mayweather Jr. like you did against Margarito, where you were very, very aggressive? Will you be more aggressive like you were against Margarito, or will you box more like you did against Miguel Cotto? Because a lot of people believe if you would have been a little more aggressive against Miguel Cotto, you would have won that hands down.
Kelly.
Yeah, well, Miguel Cotto,
Kelly.
there's a lot of different things. The ring was very slippery. I couldn't catch traction. After making a screw, I couldn't catch any traction. I did the whole thing out there in New York. I was there 2 weeks before the fight. I mean, there's a lot of different things going on. I'm alive. Mentally, I just wasn't ready. And you can see the difference when I fight Margarito. I mean, everything is, I'm just clean. It's like everybody's saying, well, he should be going through all kind of drama and stress right now. But the stress was released. And you see a whole different type of fighter. Even with Margarito, I was kind of boxing a little bit, and I wasn't really going at him as much until he was actually coming at me, and I was basically countering. So, I can box too as well as I can punch.
Shane, that's